Hello friends, in the current video tutorial I will be talking about displaying a single plot on waveform graph which has some specific start index and specific x increment. When we have to plot a waveform graph with some specific start index and specific x increment, we have to use a cluster which has an initial value such as x0, an increment value delta x, and an array of y data. The x index starts at x is equal to x0 and increments by the increment value which is delta x by itself till all the y values in the array are plotted corresponding to x indices on the waveform graph. So now let's see how we are going to plot this y values onto the waveform graph using a specific increment and specific initial value. As you can see in the program, this is the for loop which is going to be used for generating the random values. 10 values are being generated and the values range from 0 to 10. These are collected in an array and they are bundled together to form a cluster. x0 is the initial value, delta x is the increment, and this array bundled together to form a cluster over here which is plotted onto the waveform graph. Now I'm going to run the program and see that how the values are getting plotted. This is the initial value, this is the increment, and this is the array. So when I run this, I have got this plot on the waveform graph. So the first value is plotted at index 0. So the first value plotted is 9.7, which is an index 0. The next value is plotted at index 1, which is 0.8. The next value is plotted at 2, value is 1.1. Next value at 3, value is 4.39. Then plotted at 4, value is 7.7. Then plotted at 5, value is 9.2. Then plotted at 6, value is 8.6. Then plotted at 7, value is 2.7, and so on up till the last value. Now I'm going to change the x index, means the initial value, which is I'm going to put it as 1 and delta x is 1. Now the values will be plotted from 1 and the increment is 1 only. So if I say 0, let me put this as 0 and this is as 14. Now if I start plotting, the values C plot from 1 because I've changed the initial value from 0 to 1. So values have plotted from 1, right? And suppose I change the delta x, suppose the increment I change to 2. So the values will be plotted from 1 but the increment between them will be 2. So see, the values have started plotting from 1 but the increment is 2, means the first value is plotted at 1 and the next value is plotted at 3, then at 5, then at 7, then at 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19. So I can change the x0 value from where I want to start plotting the values and the increment between the two values. So that's it. That comes to the end of the video. I hope you have understood the concepts properly mentioned in the video. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching this video.